Hi, this is Boke Burure and this is For the Yappers, and this is our fourth episode since we began For the Yappers, and I'm so glad that we are still here and pushing on despite many challenges or discouragements. But I have chosen to go on with this thing because I know what I want from this and I know why I began it. And I want to thank everyone who has been showing support, the recurring people and those who are inviting, those who are subscribing, those who are liking, those who are commenting. Please do not stop doing so because it's really an encouragement to me and what I'm doing. Please keep on doing whatever you're doing because it keeps us going, or it keeps us creative, active, knowing that somebody is watching, there's somebody is watching, waiting for these videos, or there's somebody who's saying me. Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. So thank you so much, and I can't thank you enough, for I don't have words that will fit to describe how I'm feeling. So on this episode, we're going to focus on, or we are going to discuss what type of friend you are, or what type of friend are you, or what type of friends you have around you. Yeah, so I felt like we have to start by the definition of a friend, and I'll define it how I know best, or how I know it. And again, I want to say a disclaimer that whatever I say here is not stamped. It can always be corrected, can always taken back, or retracted. So it's up to us to understand. This is what, from my perspective. So the first thing, let's define a friend. Personally, I feel a friend is somebody I have to share my highs, my lows, what stresses me, my plans, almost everything that happens to my life. And again, I want to say that you might not share all these things with one friend because you have so many friends and they serve different purposes in your life. And so it's up to you to figure out who serves what and who does not serve for the thing that you do. So this does not mean that there are better friends or and bad friends. So it's up to you it's just that we can't be the same, or we can't function the same, because we are human and we are so different. Our DNA is very different and we can't be the same. So that's what friendship is to me, and they can also share the things to me. So it's a two-way traffic. If I have to share something to you and you don't share back to me, then it means I'm feeling as a friend. I'm not giving room to share your life with me. Yeah. So the first type of friend is the appreciative friends. These are friends that even when you've done something small, that it was just by the way, and this person appreciates it so well that you feel like, wow, they make it so big, they appreciate it, and it's just that it gives you it gives you hope, or it gives you shows you how appreciative this person is, or how they don't take anything for granted, and it's just a good thing to be appreciative. And the opposite is the unappreciative friend. You could go out of your way and do something for a friend, they will never say thank you, or they'll never appreciate what you've done. So I don't know if it's a bad thing, or it's a good thing, or it's how people are built, or it's people are just some are just used to being done for things like that, and they don't see a big deal out of it. So it's up to you to figure out how people are built before you even judge them or do anything that or tell them unappreciative, or they don't see that you want to see them. You want them to see you. The other one is the counseling friend. The counseling friend. These are people who you'll make plans so well. You'll even do the budgets. You'll do the itinerary with them. But they'll cancel either on the eve of the event, or hours to the event, or just before the event, and it's not a good thing. And just acts because we have people who are like that. And on the opposite is that we have people who inconvenience themselves to just do with us. When we've said something you're going to do, they'll make sure they follow to the letter, and they do them to the letter. These are very intentional friends, that are the opposite of the counseling friends. So intentional friends are people who are very intentional with what they do in your life, and how they know why they're in your life. So it's up to you to figure out what friends you have in your life again. We also have the loyal friend. These are people who are your friends. They don't owe you anything, or you've never done for them anything, but they chose you. They chose you from the beginning. Say, now this is my friend, and we are going to do things together. And you don't really need to do anything to earn their loyalty, because they have chosen to be with you. And the opposite of these friends is the obligated friends. These are friends are just that friends that are with you because you either did something to them, or they feel obligated, or you are in the same environment and they have to be friends with you, or they don't have better friends, so they have to be with you. So I don't know if that's good or a bad thing, but I personally feel it's bad, because you don't have to be my friends because we are just maybe colleagues, or we are doing similar things, or we are in the same environment, or you just didn't get better and you came back to me, or you don't know how to form friends, or you just have a bad character and still come to me. So I feel obligated friends is not good friends, because they're not intentional, or they're not genuine enough for me. Yeah. So the next friend is a friend of convenience. This is a friend. This is almost the opposite of the friend of the opposite of the counseling friend. No, it's not. It's not the opposite. A friend of convenience is a friend who only works when things are favoring them. If they don't favor them, they're going to do nothing. Or if it costs them, they're not going to be there with you, and it's a bad thing. And this a type of friends that when you're just in their gaps, that you're not entirely in their life, you're just in their gaps, where they feel they can feel you in, they feel you in there, you're not entirely their friend, or they don't even value you, or they don't value your presence. And it's such a bad thing to be in such a friendship, because it means you're not appreciated, or you're not valued in that friendship. And it's not good to stay in such friendships, because again, you'll never grow, you'll never feel wanted. And it's a bad thing for you to never feel wanted, because you're human again, and we have feelings, we experience things differently. So it's up to us to choose where we want to belong. Because if you notice you're just tolerated in a friendship, it's up to you to leave, because there's no need to stay in where you're not wanted. Okay. So a friend of convenience again is not fake. It's not fake, because it's how people are built again. And I don't know if you'll ever change people. You can never change people. You're not God. You can never change people. So I have some pointers on this friend on a friend of convenience, that you'll never treat anyone as an option, and that's how you become one. So one thing I've learned with friends of convenience is that they treat people as options. That's why they can easily cancel on you, or if something does not benefit them, they'll easily cancel, because you're an option. And you on the other side does not know how to treat people as an option. You value everyone, so you end up becoming an option, because you don't know how to treat people like an option. So you end up becoming an option to people. Yet you alone, you really can't recognize it, because you don't do it. Yeah. So and then the other thing is that being kept is not being chosen, no matter how long you've been together. Being kept is not being chosen, no matter how you've been together. I think I have seen friends that who have known each other for long, but they still don't click, because they're being kept and not being chosen. Because people just when you're needed, or when something is wanted, when unaitwa hapa, ama when unaambiwa utafanya kitu kama hiyo, wakati tunahitajika. But when they don't need you, or when you're not helpful, you never hear your name being mentioned, or you never see a phone ringing, or you never receive a text from them. And it's really the meaning that you only choose people when you want to, or you want to be around people when you want to, and it's not a good thing, because you demean people. And people are meant to be seen, people are meant to be valued, people are meant to be shown they're needed in this place, or that they are appreciated, they are needed here, or they belong here. But tukianza kuonesha watu like we are not needed, or you're not that useful in my life, it's not a good thing. And then you also, in the same breath, you meet people who are just clicked, wamekutana like in a week's time, but they've clicked, and they really know how they've clicked, and it's very genuine, and they're choosing each other. And you can't tell me that's fake, because we've seen the opposite, where people could be knowing each other for the longest but still not be good friends, or they're still being kept and not chosen. They're just being kept. You're a placeholder. Ile siku mtu amekosa beshte yake ama amekosana the BFF wake, wewe unakuja unachukua space, so it's not good. Usikwe placeholder. Be a good friend. Aya. The other thing, a love that arrives only when when it's not convenient, when it's not inconvenience, it's not love. A love that arrives when it's not inconvenience, it's not love. Because look at it this way, that somebody, for example me, I am free. I don't have anything that I have to do. I don't have to work, or I don't have to do anything. I'm free. I can serve everyone the same way. I can serve everyone the same way, because I have time in my hands. Say I have 5 people who are my friends, I still can serve them the same way. So when you say that, what this line says is that a love that is not inconvenience arrives when it's not in. A love that arrives when it's easy isn't love, it's scheduling. Let me read that again. Love that arrives only when it's easy isn't love, it's scheduling. Love that arrives when it's easy isn't love, it's scheduling. What this means is that you love unapanda tu rahisi, ile unapanda tu kwa street. Maybe niko hapa amekupa such an attention, or somebody who is just a churchmate or a schoolmate amekupa attention. It is not love, it's scheduling, because your schedule matches, or you're free, I can do this, or you don't have anything to do, I can go with you. Or maybe I wanted to go to the market and I don't have a friend there. Somebody is free. Somebody will take me because I go free. But take it the other way around, when somebody has inconvenienced themselves, like they were at work na wakachoose kuchukua leave, or wakachoose kuchukua off day, wakakuja kukaa na wewe, or somebody, you're in the hospital, a friend chose that mimi sasa naenda kuona beshte yangu, I'll send some money to help my friend in such a way. That's what love is, because love is inconveniencing yourself and showing people that you really matter, you really matter in their life. And so it's up to us to know what scheduling is and what love is, because most of us see scheduling as, oh, they chose me, or they did this to me, or even when coming to you, there's something that benefiting from just being with you, and it's not just that love chosen to be there. If they are given another option, or there was something better than what you're offering, they'll choose that one. So that's scheduling, and it's not being chosen, or it's not being seen, or it's not being heard. And it's so sad that most of us in this era are choosing to do what? It's like we are selling our friendship, or we're choosing where we're going to benefit things. Yes, I'm not saying benefiting is bad, but can you benefit from a genuine place, or can you keep people who are around you genuinely? Yeah, so I don't know. It's up to us again to choose. I don't know, I could be doing the same thing, but I've never known. But you should be so self-aware that you know your characters and what you do wrong, and try to change it. Yeah. So what again? The convenience friend. The convenience friend, the inconvenience friend is the friend who could cross rivers for you, or could do things that are very hard, or could go things that are impossible for you. Not impossible, things that they can do within their limits, or things that is within their power. Wanaweza fanya that they don't feel like they did so much, or they went a loss. Okay, you could go a loss because of a friend. Like I know somebody who gave up their positions, or not their position, whatever they were going to use on a particular time, to a friend, and they used it because they felt like, hey, my friend needs this because I have this, and they need it more than I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A friend needs this thing more than I do. And like when I was getting my job, I was applying with my friends, and I asked them whether I thank my friends when tulikuwa na kwa hiyo job, nikwambia, hey, by the way, I think I need this job more than you all. Please, could you stop applying for it? And some of my friends stopped. Okay, all of them actually stopped, did not apply for that job. So I ended up getting that job because we were in the same institution, and I asked them, please do not apply for this job. I need it more than you do, because they were having somewhere to fall back from, and I had none. And I still look at that and realize that the friends usually saw me at that point, and they really knew I needed it. And I thank God that we have been together since then, and we've not separated. And I've not shown them in a way that they are low or something. I just thank God for them. So, my parting shot will be that let's be good friends. Let's just try to work on our friendships and love people for who they are and choose people for who they are. Do not see what you're going to benefit from people. Yes, it's not bad to benefit, but if somebody wants to be a genuine friend, you can still be their friends without necessarily benefiting from them. You never know what may happen in future. You never know when you need somebody. I know it's helping each other, but can we be genuine first? Let's not see it from a face value. Can we just build friendship from a genuine place? Yeah, that's it. This is Boke Bororo, and this is story. It's not story. I'm so used to story. This is for the others. And be sure to like, watch, and subscribe, and invite your friends, your colleagues, your families, and everyone else who can watch or can hear my voice. That was me. Bye.